Hello. Hello, friends. Hey, it's Amanda Panda Teacher live. I am so glad to be with you. I did something different with my sound today for my live, so I would love to hear in the chat box. Can you just make sure? Can you hear me? Just making sure. I did a little sound check before I started, but I'm tried some music, so I'm making sure I'm leveling up my lives. So I wanted to make sure you can hear me. So I'd love to hear in the chat box, hey, I taught classes this morning. How many did you teach? Tell me, can you hear me? I'd love to make sure. Thanks for that heart. I got that. Thank you. Hi. Hi, teacher. Is it teacher Chandra? Hello. So happy to be with you. Awesome. Good, thanks. So glad to be with you. Yes, you can hear me. Oh, good. So glad. Hey, welcome to Amanda Panda Teacher Live. I taught 5 classes this morning, and I'm going to show you what I did this morning with green screen that just rocked my students' world. I'm teaching a very new beginner. She is in VIP Kid classes. I teach ESL online. She is in level 2, unit 3. So we are learning about school. It is the very beginning unit. So in a second, I'm going to show you what we did with her class today. Teacher Chandra said, I taught 3 classes. Awesome. How fun. 3 classes is a great amount. I did 5 this morning. So that is my normal morning. I'm a usual 5 in the morning girl. I get a little bit tired. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. 5 of them are very early. I'm celebrating because this morning was a 2:30 a.m. start time for my online ESL classes. But starting next week, daylight savings time is here. Thank you, Lord. It is finally here. And my start time will move from 2:30 to 3:30. So very glad for that. Hey, today on Amanda Panda Teacher Live, we are going to talk about Google Slides virtual spaces that you can use with Bitmoji or not using Google Slides. So this is a Google Slides trick that really is going to be awesome to share with you as a resource. I am a huge fan. I am a Google certified trainer, a Q lead learner, and a VIP Kid teacher. I help teachers integrate technology into their classes so they can teach great, awesome classes with technology integrated. So today I'm going to talk about Google Slides. This is not necessarily a VIP Kid related discussion, but if you teach in any other way, stick around because I'm going to show you some tricks and resources for using Google Slides. Okay, here I am with my student. This was me this morning in my class. This morning I was teaching the level 2 class where the student is learning about school rules, and my rule was I listen in the classroom, and thank goodness for green screen. I switched my background and made myself into the classroom, and I listened and I pointed behind me in the classroom, and she got it. How difficult is it sometimes to really explain brand new things to our ESL kids who are newbies? Oh my gosh, green screen save the day. And this giant ear, oh my goodness, every kid laughs when I place the giant ear over my headphones. One of my most favorite fun props. You got to have some fun things. I want to encourage you, if you ever want to learn about green screen, join me in my Facebook group. It is Manicam Kindergarten. It is a public group open to anyone who wants to learn more, and green screen save the day. Here's my schedule this morning. This morning I taught 5 classes. I'll do another 5 in the evening. That's my normal Friday schedule. Let's get right to our topic about Google Slides virtual spaces. This is my virtual classroom. Teachers have innovated since the time of the pandemic. and distance learning at home, created something wonderful that I think more people should know about. So I'm telling you all about in this live Google Slides virtual spaces. Google Slides virtual spaces use Google Slides to layer on and make like your own virtual classroom space. Here's my Bitmoji, a little desk, a mug, and a plant, and a nice colored background. What is so wonderful about these virtual spaces is that all of the items on this Google slide are clickable. That means if I'm teaching on Zoom with students, they can click right there where it says Zoom to get to the Zoom link. If I want my students to use Boom Learning or Boom Cards, right there is the link to Boom Learning. So Google Slides allows us to make a slide that has clickable resources. I'm going to show you some examples in just a minute. So who is this for? This is for any teacher that is teaching in any context. Whether you are tutoring, you're a brick and mortar teacher, you're a virtual teacher, an Outschool teacher, a preschool teacher. Any person can access and use Google Slides. They are free. You don't have to pay any money to use slides. Can send the link to any user. They don't have to have a Google account to access and use Google Slides. So it is an awesome opportunity for any person. Right now, a lot of teachers are using these because they're virtual. When they go back to brick and mortar, will they still use them? Let me tell you, the answer is yes. These virtual spaces are the best way to share curated content with your students in an easy, simple, not too techy way. If you can make Google Slides and add links to, you've got magic. And the ability to send curated sets of decks and resources to your students all together. It's kind of like fancy bookmarks. Remember in olden days, we used to have bookmark pages or we'd bookmark things or bookmark bar we use. I don't need to do that anymore. In order to send links and resources to anyone, I can create a virtual space, send that link and send it to my students. And how fun it is for students to have my virtual classroom. So if you are an Outschool teacher, preschool teacher, online preschool teacher, any person teaching, tutoring, reading clubs, anything like that. These are great resources that you can use with Google Slides. So let me show you what it looks like to share. In order to share, all you need to do is click that orange button, grab the link, but be careful. You want to access anyone with the link and keep it on viewer. You don't want to give editing rights to other people to change once you've made your beautiful virtual classroom. So what are these? Here's some examples. This was made by a teacher. It is Happy Lunar New Year. This is a slide that she created, curated this content, and linked all of these images to YouTube videos. So if I click on this walk story, it will take me to the link to YouTube to watch this. If I want to read this story in Scholastic News, I can click on this and read in Scholastic News. Basically, every image here is curated and connected to the story to read on YouTube. How easy. It is easy for small hands to touch, grab the links and get straight to YouTube. No more reasons do we ever need to have another way to send students to access digital resources. Here's another one. This is a nonfiction transportation library. So this teacher created this library with books. Every one of these books is clickable. This one is about trains. This one is about cars. This one is about books for kids. This happens to be a teacher with Epic Books, an Epic Book account for her students. So she curated these books, these links for resources in nonfiction transportation. So Google Slides are really amazing, and there's lots of opportunities for you to share with other students. I want to encourage you, come learn more. I teach a course on this. It is a course about Bitmojis, but as one of the aspects and lessons, I teach you how to make your own virtual space price, and I have got the goods in this little mini course. This is only $10 for a limited time. The price is certainly going to increase in the future, so get in while it's a great price. amandapandateacher.com/Bitmoji. What I'll show you is an introduction to Canva, how to use Google Slides and make these virtual classrooms with your Bitmoji, how to share and the whole thing in 5 lessons and 1 workshop. So an easy in, easy out. I can't wait for you to come, hey, and try that out. I want to encourage you to take action. Take a look at my courses, take a look at free resources that I offer, or watch some of YouTube's videos from my channel. I'm working on something new. It is Easel Basics 101 on something that is working with Teachers Pay Teachers that is called Easel. It's brand new and I just finished it. So pretty soon I'll have signups and availability for more trainings on Easel. Easel takes PDFs that you buy from Teachers Pay Teachers and makes them digital to send to students through Google Classroom or any other learning management system. So again, online tutors, online teachers, teachers doing online preschool, however you spend a bunch of money in Teachers Pay Teachers, now you can take those PDFs and make them into digital fillable PDFs free. Oh my gosh, love it. Easel is amazing. I can't wait to have you join me. Hey, let's talk to some people in the chat. Who is here? I want to answer your questions. I'd love to hear from you. Let's see who is here in the chat. Oops. Oh, hold on. Alt 1. Okay, here I am. So let's see who is here in the chat. Chandra says, I taught 3 classes. Awesome. I had 5 this morning. And Chandra says she'll do 5 tonight. Hey, I have 5 tonight too. Awesome. So glad. It's super fab to hear from you. And Chandra says, cool. Thank you so much. Yes, Chandra, I'm going to put in the chat box the link to this class. If you have not taken it, it's going to be that awesome deal, $10. That's 2 cups of coffee from Starbucks for a limited time. So jump in while you can. It's Amanda Panda Teacher /Bitmoji. So it teaches you to bring your Bitmoji into your classroom and share with your students. It is a really great, easy in, easy out, 5 lessons, $10 to have you join me and learn about Bitmojis. If you're just jumping on, I'd love to answer questions in the chat box. Got any burning questions? I'd love to share with you and answer your questions. Thanks so much for joining me live. Let me tell you one question I recently got from a person. This question was all about technology tools and using a digital tool I love that's near and dear to my heart called ManyCam. ManyCam is a webcam software. I use ManyCam in my class, and I'm actually using it right now in this live. I was able to switch back and forth and change presets. A person asked in my group about the technical requirements. Why does ManyCam fail or freeze or stop? So I'm going to answer some questions about the tech tool, give you a little tech talk on the inside. I want to encourage you to check out my channel because I make really easy to understand tutorials about tech. So here's the answer for the person who was asking about ManyCam and why it freezes or stops. It's all about your device. If you are running ManyCam on a Mac that is a 2015 Mac, running good, does all kinds of great things. Remember, Macs from 2015 can be updated to the new OSs, and people use them for a long, long time. Some people have Macs that are like 7 years old and they're still using them as computers. That's one of the benefits of a Mac computer. But one of the downsides is that Macs built 7 years ago or 5 years ago are built not for the demands of today. I am an online ESL teacher. When I am online with my students, I am video conferencing with them, uploading and downloading video to them all the way across the magic of the internet. I'm doing that on a new computer. I have a PC. I use an i7 processor, 16 gigabytes computer that's a desktop. It's wonderful. If you have an older machine, you're asking it to video conference with your students. And then if you add in ManyCam, you're actually telling it to video conference 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Every preset you open is opening and making your computer process more things. If your computer does not have enough gigabytes of RAM, that's the memory that is to run. Also, the processor speed is not fast enough. It is going to freeze and stop and cause problems. It is not Manicam that's causing the problems. I use Manicam every day and I don't have many problems because my device is set up to successful. So there's my answer about why you're having troubles. If you are interested, want to learn more, join my group, Manicam Kindergarten, on Facebook. I would love to help you get started. I have a guide that tells you all about the tech tools and what you need to get started. So, hey, thanks for jumping on Amanda Panda Teacher Live. This is a quick Friday morning. Good morning. See you soon. I will be live again at 10 p.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m. Pacific time. At 10 a.m. Pacific time, I will be interviewing a teacher live and asking her questions all about her use of Manicam. So if you're interested, you want to learn about Manicam, please join me. I'd love to see you on live again. Have a great Friday. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. All the best to you. See you in the next live next week.